All right, everybody, welcome back to another episode here at Whiteboard Medicine. We appreciate you checking it out. Today is going to be kind of the capstone episode to pull together the last couple episodes we have had, which have been on continuous renal replacement therapy motifs, including CVVH, CVVHD, and CVVHDF. So this episode is going to be a quick comparison. It's going to kind of list them all and compare them across different aspects of continuous renal replacement therapy. So probably very high yield and to the point. If you are listening to the audio version, a lot of the stuff's going to be visual in this one. So the video is always linked in the audio podcast description if you do want to pop over to the video, but obviously totally your choice. Also, as a reminder, this PDF and study guide, just like all of our episodes, is available on our Patreon page for our paying members. So if you want to download this study guide and take notes on it, annotate it, take it with you, what have you, that's definitely accessible there. No further ado, let's dive in. Big picture framework. Understanding the mechanism of solute removal explains most things, most differences between these continuous renal replacement therapy mechanisms. We actually should have said this earlier, but if you have not watched the individual episodes on CVVH, CVVHD, and CVVHDF, we'd highly recommend you go back and do it, unless you already have a good understanding of these, because those are going to be deep dives on the individual CRRT modality. This is going to be an overview of them, so it might be confusing if you don't have enough kind of foundational understanding of these. Okay, so talking about CVVH, CVVHD, and CVVHDF in terms of their primary mechanism and then kind of conceptually what's happening. Well, CVVH, as we know, uses convection to remove solutes, right? That's where that transmembrane pressure pushes plasma water across the filter, in which solutes then get dragged into the ultrafiltrate, whereas CVVHD uses diffusion. That's where the blood runs countercurrent to a dialysate, and the high concentration of solutes in the blood diffuse into the low concentration of solutes in the dialysate, and then you discard that dialysate. And then CVVHDF is a combination of those two. It uses both diffusion and convection. All right, so the simple concepts here are convection, diffusion, and that is how solute is removed, and that determines a lot when it comes to these CRRT modalities. Okay, so mechanism of solute removal, if we were to dive a little bit deeper, in CVVH, which is continuous venous hemofiltration, we're using convection, right? Convection is what causes solutes to move with plasma water across that transmembrane, right? So you have your membrane, you have blood that is being pumped up onto this membrane. The pressure created across the membrane causes plasma water to go through that transmembrane, and then it drags solutes with the plasma water to clear them. So the amount of, if I could borrow a quick 60 seconds of your time, I wanted to introduce you to a community we're really excited about building, and that is our Patreon community. In this community, you will get access to high-yield medical education posts, ad-free videos, study guides, practice questions, mini courses, book chapters, and much more. You will see that by joining this community, you will get access to the PDFs, the study guides for every single YouTube video. Here's an example of one of those right now. In addition to that, you will get access to mini courses. In these courses, we will have videos, study guides, practice questions, bedside tips and tricks, and 30 practice questions at the end to test your knowledge. In addition to that, we have collections on every major emergency critical care topic that contains videos, medical education posts, practice questions, study guides, all categorized. And lastly, we have book chapters. These book chapters are high-yield clinical reviews, such as this one on the basics of mechanical ventilation. Beyond that, we have ad-free videos, we have practice questions, and we are constantly innovating and integrating new resources for you all. If you have a passion for emergency critical care medicine like us, consider joining this community today. In it, we hope that you will find all the resources necessary to push your knowledge to the next level and really improve the bedside care of these critically ill patients. Plasma water that is traveling across this filter, across this membrane, known as the ultrafiltrate, is what's going to drive solute clearance, and then all that's discarded. Okay? So squeezing blood through a filter is how you can think about it. This is great for middle-sized molecules and small molecules. CVVHD, continuous venous Dialysis uses diffusion. So unlike convection, diffusion is where you still have a filter and you still have blood, and this blood is traveling across the filter in one direction. On the other side of the filter, you have dialysate, and this dialysate is traveling countercurrent in the opposite direction of the blood. And you have a high concentration of solutes in the blood and a low concentration of solutes in the dialysate. So the solutes diffuse across the membrane from the blood into the dialysate across the concentration gradient from high concentration to low concentration. And that is how you clear solutes. So it's really good for small molecules. Think kind of tea spreading around in water. And then CVVHDF is a combination of the two, right? You get both diffusion and you get convection, and that gives you the broadest clearance possible, right? So it's great for both small molecules like electrolytes, urea, creatinine, and middle-sized molecules, right? Like cytokines or toxins. So what each modality removes best, as we kind of just talked about, CVVH is really good for small molecules. Think urea, think creatinine, think electrolytes. Where CVVHD CVVH is good for small-sized molecules, but it's not the best. CVVHD is excellent for small-sized molecules, and CVVHDF, a combination of the two, excellent for small-sized molecules. Middle molecules, like cytokines or toxins, CVVH is excellent for removal of cytokines and toxins, right? Because it uses that solvent drag across a membrane. Where CVVHD is very limited for middle-sized molecules. It does not remove middle-sized molecules well. And CVVHDF, because it has some of CVVH convection going on, it is good for middle-sized molecules, but not as good. And then none of them remove large proteins like albumin, which is a good thing. You don't want to be driving away albumin in your patients. So how do we control the clearance, right? How do you control how much solute is being cleared? Well, in CVVH, it's really that ultrafiltration rate, which is the rate at which you are kind of forcing plasma water through the filter. And then you're going to be discarding that filtered plasma water. But the rate in which you are forcing that water through the filter is going to determine the rate in which those solutes are being dragged with that plasma water. All right. Whereas dialysate flow rate is going to be the primary way you clear solute in CVVHD, right? Because how fast that dialysate is flowing countercurrent to the blood is how well you're going to maintain a concentration gradient for those solutes to then diffuse from high concentration in the blood to low concentration in the blood, right? And then CVVHDF uses both of those techniques. In CVVH, you do need replacement fluid. We talked about this in the episode. It can either be pre-filter, meaning you give, it's like the replacement fluid is like the sterile electrolyte solution. You can give it either pre-filter or post-filter, but CVVHD does not have replacement fluid classically. CVVHDF, because it's part CVVH, does. All right. And then effluent dose, which is how much you're kind of discarding. All three of them, you can get rid of fluid, right? You can discard fluid. You can take volume off of the patient. So the high yield rule here, increase the ultrafiltration rate to increase solute clearance in CVVH. Increase the dialysate flow rate to increase solute clearance in CVVHD. And then obviously for CVVHDF, it's both. Fluids used, just to be continue kind of to re-emphasize points, right? Dialysate. You use dialysate for both CVVHD and CVVHDF, anything that needs diffusion. You use replacement fluid in CVVH and CVVHDF, anything that uses convection. And then obviously you can do net fluid removal. You can get fluid off of patients in all three motifs. Clinical strengths. A lot of people say CVVH is best for middle molecule removal, right? Things like cytokines and toxins. All right. Whereas CVVHD is best for small solute clearance, like electrolytes, right? Urea, creatinine, all that good stuff, acid-base stuff. And then CVVHDF is a combination of the two. So it's best for kind of broad solute clearance. You want both middle and small molecule clearance. CVVHDF is going to be the best for that. It's often the default CRRT modality in many centers, CVVHDF, just because it's, the best of both worlds. So many centers use this as a default. Hemodynamic effects, this is all going to be pretty much the same, right? All these are continuous renal replacement therapy modalities. So they're all hemodynamically, somewhat kind of net neutral hemodynamically, which means that they're kind of slow. There's not as much fluid shift, certainly as intermittent hemodialysis, which causes a lot of fluid shifts. So hemodynamic stability is excellent for all these motifs. They're all continuous therapies. There's minimal rapid fluid shifts. They're much gentler than intermittent dialysis. So when to choose each, for CVVH, if you really are just interested in middle-sized molecule removal, let's say it's toxins, CVVH is a nice modality. If you're really just interested in electrolyte or uremia control, CVVHD is nice. If you just want broad solute clearance, CVVHDF, which again is often the default modality that is used, is the best. So high yield pearls, we're getting close to the end here. Again, this was just a quick comparison. CVVH uses convection, which is ultrafiltration dependent to clear solutes. CVVHD uses diffusion, which is dialysate dependent to clear solutes. CVVHDF uses both mechanisms. CVVH removes middle-sized molecules best. CVVHD removes small solutes best. And then CVVHDF provides the most comprehensive clearance of just solute in general and is often the default modality used in most intensive care units. All right, that's all we have for you today. Again, if you want to print out this study guide in PDF, as well as a ton of other stuff, check out our Patreon page. We're very active in our Patreon community and our YouTube members community. We're big emergency critical care nerds, and we, love hanging out with you all and providing content there. So check those out, linked in the episode description. Again, this was an overview, so check out Whiteboard Medicine CVVH or CVVHD or CVVHDF if you want a deeper dive. But either way, stay well, keep learning, and we hope to see you next time. Hey everybody, and welcome to Whiteboard Medicine. We appreciate you checking out the video. Here at Whiteboard Medicine, our goal is to create medical education content for all types of interested learners. That includes videos, practice questions, study resources, and much more. We would love for you to join our community by subscribing, hit that bell button. We're also working to build a high-yield Patreon page. It's going to be full of practice questions, video outlines, notes, commercial-free content, and much more.
None of these videos are intended to be acted upon as medical advice. Please pause the video here and read this disclaimer in its entirety before moving on.